Hello there. I've just listened to the file on for Lucy Letby, The Killer Questions, which is absolutely essential listening. It's just come out, so I'll put the link below. I just think everybody should listen to it. Really focuses in on a lot of issues, but very, very particularly on the case of baby C, and then also the so-called smoking gun incident cases, babies F and L. And also want to what fed into this File on 4 programme was the work done by, I don't know the gentleman's name, I assume it's a gentleman. He goes by the name Tried by Stats on Twitter, and he also has an account on Medium, which is a hosting platform for sort of articles. So I'll put his article down there, which is titled Lucy Letby was convicted of murdering baby C based on evidence from a day when she wasn't on shift. And that relates to the prosecution using, and the so-called experts using evidence of an X-ray taken on the 12th of June to support their case, but Lucy Letby wasn't on duty on the 12th of June at all. She hadn't met baby C at all even. So basically the first bullet point of that article by Tried by Stats is Lucy Letby is accused of fatally attacking baby C on the 13th of June 2015, but the only medical evidence presented to prove this accusation was a quote-unquote suspicious X-ray taken on the 12th of June, a day Lucy Letby was not on shift. In the File on 4 radio programme just listened to, they interview this creature, Evans, again, and he says, well, I don't know whether she was on duty then, but she was on duty when the baby collapsed. So he just keeps on moving the goalposts, and he refers to it in the File on 4 programme that it's the X-ray that made him believe it, which was taken on the 12th when Lucy Letby wasn't on duty. And he says something like, "Oh, but she was flitting in and out, and she was doing other stuff that was suspicious and other people didn't like." So he goes into storytelling mode. He goes into emotional mode, all very vague. Oh, yeah, but she was behaving suspiciously, kind of thing. When he's caught, bang to rights. When Evans is caught, bang to rights. The fact that he's relied on that X-ray, which was taken on the 12th, and Lucy Letby's not on duty at all. That's the main bit of evidence they got in respect of baby C. And Marna Reedes, the other hired gun expert there, says he changed his opinion based on that X-ray, which again, was taken when Lucy Letby was not on duty. So it's a pile of crap, and you can see how Evans operates here in absolute, in all its horror, in his ghastliness of Evans. He just says, "Oh yeah, but she was flitting in and out." Yeah, becomes very vague and very kind of doesn't address the matter. "Oh, but she was there when she was on duty when the baby collapsed." "Oh, but you said you're relying it on the X-ray that was taken on the 12th on the air that you say you can see in that, and the mechanism was through the nasogastral tube." But she wasn't on duty then. So it can't happen. It can't be, can it? So I don't need to go into a lot of details. Obviously, it's just a case of please listen to the File on 4. There's a lot of great stuff in that, and also goes into a lot of detail about the two insulin so-called smoking gun cases. Obviously doesn't even look at the well, not obviously, but it doesn't look at the third case that the police didn't want to engage with, but that Evans would have wanted Lucy Letby to be found guilty for. But so there's three links here to the File on 4 thing, Tried on Stats Medium article, and James W. Phillips's newsletter, which is a bit of a recap of what Tried on Stats has done, plus his own work on that, which he's doing some great work as well. James W. Phillips, who was a scientific advisor to the government previously, as he was doing brilliant work as well. Tried on Stats tried on stats, has done amazing work on this, as have many other people, of course. But I'm just saying specifically to BBC here. It's incredible, really, what they've done. It should be. It's only, as some people are saying already on Twitter, it's the legal system, the absolute corruptness of that will try to find ways of excusing themselves, or trying to say these arguments don't matter because of they're trying to find some arcane or weird construction legally to say, oh, well, you should have said it then, and now you can never say it now. Should have dealt with it then, now, but you can never say it now. It's not worth anything now. It's sick. It's a sick system. It's run by sick people, administered by sick people who've got no interest in the truth or justice, as I keep saying. I'm talking about the Court of Appeal here. I'm talking about those arseholes in the Court of Appeal. I've got complete contempt for them, contempt for that court. Obviously, I think anybody who cares about truth and justice should have contempt for them. But no need for me to go on a rant again. The point of this video is to... no doubt many of you will have heard of this File on 4, but I'll put the link below. I think there's going to be further ones to come in that series. I think it's going to be a series of them. Mark MacDonald comes up in the File on 4 radio programme, and he's got some interesting things to say, of course, as well, in relation to the CCRC application and all the other experts that he's been talking with. So yeah, I'll leave it there, but thanks very much for listening, and please check out this File on 4 radio documentary, plus, very importantly, the Tried by Stats article, which is fantastic, regarding BBC, and also another one by James W. Phillips, his newsletter. And he's doing ongoing work as well, which is brilliant. Also, particularly in relation to BBC here in this article. So I'll put all 3 links below. Thanks very much. It's all going in the right direction. And even this utterly corrupt so-called British justice system won't be able to withstand these mounting, well, it's not concerns. It's just it's falling apart. It's every element of it's falling apart. It's being shredded, it's being demolished in the sight of the public. And even I don't know, I run out of ways of describing them, but even these people without any honour at all they have to be forced to do it. There's no goodness in them. There's no truth in them to want to say, oh God, it is bad. We do need to have they've got to be forced to do it, shamed into doing it. And that tells you everything you need to know about that system, that they've got to be forced into it and shamed into it. Because they'd rather an innocent person stayed in jail, as Lord Denning would have rather the Birmingham 6 stayed in jail. And in this case, Lucy Letby stay in prison forever until she all her life. They'd rather that than show their system up to be the most bogus piece of shit that you can possibly imagine, being run by fucking monsters. That's what they are to me. That's what I see them as. That's what I see them as. A type of educated thug that has no interest in putting something so egregiously wrong right when they've got the power to do it, to have it looked at again, and they'll just deny it. It should shine a light on all this hideous. I see it's corruption. Obviously, it's corruption, and it should shine a light on that. Once Lucy Letby's free, we've got to start completely overhauling this vile system, and then we've got to look at the police, obviously, as well. And we've got to look at the NHS as well, and those consultants. And Evans is going to get his comeuppance. Evans will go down as one of the worst individuals that that a court has ever asked to give evidence ever. His name's going to go down in history in the way it should do. He wanted himself to be his swan song was going to be him coming out, failed as in his political aspirations. But his swan song, he wanted it to be, I was a hero that caught a serial killer. But no, it's not going to be that. It's going to be being revealed for the narcissistic, probably psychopathic bastard that he is, and the harm he's caused Lucy Letby and her family and friends, and also, obviously, all the parents of all those babies that died because of terribly substandard care in a chaotic unit. Anyway, I'll leave it there before I blow a fuse. Thank you. Please listen to these things and read the articles if you would. Thank you.